I'm Tawny Bocharski, and I'm one of the founding members of Empire Animal Rescue Society. I'm currently the secretary and treasurer for the group. Empire Animal Rescue Society, also known as E.A.R.S, is an all-volunteer rescue organization that helps animals that are homeless and in need. It's a network of volunteers, and it's a foster-based rescue, so that means we don't actually have a shelter or a building, but all of the animals are in our homes. I started rescuing probably about 13 years ago, but this particular organization, Empire Animal Rescue, was officially started in 2011. And we applied to be a 501c3 nonprofit organization through the federal government, and we've been going strong since then. The majority of the animals that we take in are companion animals, such as dogs and cats, but we've also rescued ferrets, birds, rabbits. We get quite a few rabbits, but honestly, anything that we have the ability to rescue, we do have access to a farm, so if we are called to rescue larger animals, we have that ability as well. We take anything that we have the space to take. Every animal that comes into E.A.R.S is fully vetted, so they get updated vaccinations, dewormed, flea treated, and most importantly of all, every animal that is adopted out is spayed and neutered, so that stops the cycle of the unwanted animals, because there are so many right now that need homes. That's the key to stopping the pet overpopulation. So every animal that we get in is spayed or neutered. We work with some wonderful vets, Dr. Inkley and Randolph. We work with Dr. Shaw and the Chautauqua County Humane Society, and it's really a group effort to get everything done that needs to be done. Throughout the year, we do different events to raise money for Empire Animal Rescue. We have done dice runs, we do Chinese auctions, we go to festivals like Oktoberfest in Ellicottville or Rockin' Oldies. There are events up in Buffalo at the McKinley Mall that we do frequently. Anytime we can go somewhere to get our animals seen and try to help raise money to keep it going so that we can continue paying the vet and supporting the animals in any way possible. Since E.A.R.S started in 2011, we've helped over 2,500 animals get completely vetted and find loving forever homes. So it's been nice to be able to accomplish that much with the small amount of volunteers that we have. It's a lot of work, but so much of it, everything that you do is worth it. When you do rescue, it becomes almost like another job, because there's never, you don't get a day off. So it really has to be something that you commit to and realize that it's going to be something that you have to put time into daily, but the payoffs are definitely worth it. Animals come to us from all sorts of different circumstances. We get calls for stray animals very often. Sometimes it's a case of neglect. Sometimes it's just a case of homeless animal. One of the more difficult cases we had was a dog that the conservation officers in our area had found, but we thought maybe he had been hit by a car, but he was found in a ditch by a hunter, and come to find out, after we had taken him to Dr. Inkley for evaluation, he had actually been shot. So it ended up that he, based on the recommendation of the vet, we had to amputate his leg, but after getting all of the vetting done, he healed up nicely and was adopted by a wonderful couple and is living life and enjoying every minute of it. We also work with some high-kill shelters in southern rural areas, mainly Kentucky, and we pull as many of the animals from there as possible, because if an animal goes into one of the shelters down there, they usually have about 5 days. And once the shelter fills up based on space, animals are euthanized. We've had quite a few animals that we've fostered. I'm not even sure how many dogs that we've fostered ourselves. But I think the longer an animal stays with you, the harder it is to let it go for the adoption. But you know that they're going to a loving forever home, so it's well worth it. And I think that's part of my favorite thing, is to watch families become excited and welcome their new family member. And when you get the updates to see how the animals are doing, it's just really, really heartwarming and nice, and you realize you really do make a difference.